Hold the phone, John. All right, hey guys, just met Heather. She's a local here, and she has quite the story. Tell everybody what you just heard yesterday, the people in Burnsville, right?
Yes, so I'm Heather. Just met these lovely guys to get some chicken for some folks in Samaritan's Purse working on my grandparents' neighborhood that was obliterated down the street. And we have some really good friends. Shout out to Pauline and Brandon and Ian and Kim. They took a whole trailer from Charlotte and went up in Burnsville, North Carolina. This is not being talked about on the news, and it's really sad because it should be. They were the first people that they had seen, people like these guys, in this entire time. It had been 9 days. No supplies. They've not seen one government official up there. They had their neighbors' houses just completely flattened with bodies still inside of them. Some of the roads they had to stop because they couldn't drive anymore, and they were literally walking these supplies to them and trying to get some pictures to bring back so that people know, like, there's a lot of areas, including especially Burnsville, where people are not touched and no one is able to get to them. So,
and people are literally still dying.
yeah, there's people still being rescued and traps.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna work together and try to get some help up there as fast as possible. Some supplies, some volunteers, whatever it takes.
Awesome.
You said Burnsville is what, 45, 50 minutes from here?
Yes. Yeah, depending on where you go.
By driving.
By driving.
And then you might have to walk.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely in most areas you're gonna have to walk to some folks.
All right.
But they'll be so grateful. Thank you for what you're doing.
I have connections. Literally an hour ago I made a video saying I have all these volunteers, all these supplies, and people asking me where to take it. We're going to try to get you guys connected to that location or that area and get that ball rolling today.
Awesome.
Okay? As much as we can. So
yes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Share this out. Burnsville area needs help. I just met Louise here, and she has 2 FEMA stories. She's a local.
I'm a local.
Go ahead.
The rumor was that FEMA came to Ingalls and took all their water bottles. So we asked Glenn, one of the managers, is that true? He said, they tried. They came on Saturday and they wanted all of my water, and I said, no, you can't have all of our water. This is for the customers that live in this neighborhood and in this town.
Yes, absolutely.
And they were very insistent, so he called the police, and the police came and said, you can't have their water. Second FEMA story. Glenn allowed FEMA to set up shop in the Eagles parking lot, and this 3 families, according to Glenn, 3 families came to the FEMA truck and said, we've lost everything. It was at 4:15 in the afternoon. And the FEMA men or women, whatever, said, you'll have to come back tomorrow. It's 4:15, it's going to take about an hour to process this application, and we get off it. FEMA story. Disgusting.
Wow. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hey guys, update on the FEMA shutting down supplies issue. So I just got off the phone with the truck driver that was going to deliver a load to North Carolina yesterday where this happened. I went as direct as I could. So what happened is he was supposed to deliver a load, a gooseneck trailer load, not a semi, a gooseneck trailer load of supplies to a Baptist church just north of Asheville, North Carolina. And what happened was that church was, as it was being used as a distribution center, sending supplies out to fire departments, hospitals, and other people. FEMA came in and shut off their supply at the fire department, the hospital level. Any organization that was connected to government, he said, was no longer allowed to accept their donations coming out of that church. Okay? So, all of a sudden, they were full. They didn't have room for more supplies because they could no longer go through fire departments and hospitals and other government organizations. And they had a whole bunch of loads lined up to come in. And that's why they had to shut him off, because they didn't have room for more supplies. So that's how FEMA is going about it, is they're shutting it off through the government agencies. If you have a church or a local organization that's going direct to victims, you should still be fine to go take your supplies. Or if you have a location that is helping victims directly, go just take it there and drop it off. that should be fine as well, as long as they have room for it, of course. So hopefully that update helps. FEMA is going through the government organizations and shutting it off on that level. Also, had somebody mention in the comments of one of my posts that they were cooking food, serving it to hospital staff, and there was FEMA there, and they were not allowed to eat that food. They literally said, we're not allowed to eat donated food. So, crazy. 4-letter agencies and some 3-letter agencies need to go.
I was going to say something about Biden and Harris.
Yes, what were you going to say? Oh.
But I don't like to curse. I'm scared there'll be little ears listening.
But if you had a message for the White House and how they've handled the situation up here in North Carolina, what would your message be, Sheriff Wright?
If you're going to do the things you've been talking about doing, we just assume you stay out of the way and let the good men and women around the mountain area and the foothills take care of our own, because you're nothing more than a boat anchor.
No help. FEMA hasn't been helpful.
Wait a minute. That lady that's running for president talks about the $750. Well, but all that money you give to Ukraine and all these other people that really want to kill us, don't want to do anything to help us, why don't you just give that money to them? That's who you want to give it to begin with.
And a lot of people have been turned down for the $750. Almost everybody I've spoken to hasn't received any of the funding, and they've been turned down for personal items.
Well, they talked about get on your phone or your computer. Do you not see what the devastation is? They don't have a phone or a computer.
There's nothing up here. There's no communication. I'm going to be posting this later. There's no way to access the internet unless you have a Starlink net. And everybody's...
Thank you, Elon Musk, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Elon Musk.
President Donald Trump, we need you.
What are the... Yes, that's a message for you, President Trump. And
I was going to say something about Biden.
In the missing persons group for North Carolina and Tennessee, there's a Google Doc that they're all sharing with each other. A live Google Doc where you can add a missing person's name. And there's a column that says missing, found, or deceased. There are over 2,000 names on this list. I didn't see any duplicates. And there's so many missings. So many fucking missings. This is, I cannot imagine what these people are going through. In the missing persons group for North Carolina.
Body bags. So I just got off the phone with the morgue at UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. I don't know if you know what UAB is. UAB is a renowned hospital. It is so massive that they just bought St. Vincent's in Birmingham. St. Vincent's has an east tower, a west tower, a north tower, and a south tower. That place is unbelievably massive. It's ridiculous. All the body bags sent to these hospitals during COVID. You and I both know that the death rate did not reach expectations. Wasn't even close to what they expected. Thank God. But you know what I was told? They didn't have no body bags. They just had to order 2 cases. So here's the deal. If UAB doesn't have body bags, they took that shit and threw it in a fucking dumpster. Because they sent them thousands. They thought this was going to be massively bad. You and I both know this. We all were watching everything that was happening. What'd they do with all of it? Another fleecing of America. This is what they're doing to us everywhere, folks. They're literally bankrupting this nation. They're forcing this nation into economical collapse with a squandering of tax dollars. They just sent Libya more money. I mean, Lebanon. Just sent Lebanon more money. Bragged about it. $150-something million. They won't give these people no money. They won't give them body bags to put these bodies in that they're finding. I've had 2 phone calls about body bags. They need body bags. Gee, ain't nobody got body bags. Where'd all the fucking body bags go? Either they put them in a dumpster, or they still got them waiting on some stupid shit to happen. But they got no body bags. And what? The Amazon thing's throwing me. What does... Body bags? Amazon? Why? Why? Are you telling me major medical facilities are purchasing body bags by the case from Amazon? I don't buy that. Why is Amazon selling body bags? That's fucking weird. But anyway, the University of Alabama Hospital at Birmingham, one of the largest, most well-renowned medical facilities in the continental United States, doesn't have body bags. In Alabama, UAB was ground zero for COVID. I know for a fact they sent them to them in the thousands. Where'd they all go? I'd just like to know. If you all aren't doing what we think you're doing and what we're saying you're doing, please, anybody at UAB, reach out to me, Michael Stapleton, and let me know so I can tell everybody else what you all did with them fucking body bags. Because either you still have them or you sent them to the landfill. We just want to know which it is. That's all. It was our tax dollars that paid for them. I think we should have an answer to the question. Anyway, I ain't done with this. I ain't done with this by a long shot. I'm fixing to call the upper echelon at the administration and find out just what the fuck's going on if I can. Because this is just stupid. They sent them tens of thousands of body bags. They thought this was going to be horrific in death toll. And it wasn't. It was only like 1%. So, another problem in the matrix, ain't it, people?